Hey, everybody. March 13th, 3/13/25, if you keep track of dates the way we do in the far west in the U.S. as opposed to in the U.K. or most other countries where the day comes first instead of the month. That's weird. John, we've got quite a news desk report, don't we? Lots of stuff
very lengthy.
Yeah.
A lot to talk about.
So let's let it rip. We got lots of different things. We're going to talk about St. Patrick's Day discount details for our membership site. We've got the Vinnie Paul drumming challenge that we're running right now in our membership site. And on his birthday, there was a Vinnie Paul cookbook announced. I can't wait to talk about that, being a huge food. Well, not huge, but I'm a huge foodie. I should be huge the way I've eaten my whole life and the way I eat now. I've always been able to put it away. And Gene Simmons is letting fans be his assistant for a day. Wow. All that and a lot more music news. But first, let's start with some recent passings. Unfortunately, we've got to report these things. It's the responsible thing to do as a media company in the music industry. So first, revealed toward the end of last week was the passing of Aaron Rossi at age only 44 from a heart attack on January 27th. He was a drummer for metal bands Prong and Ministry. Prong frontman Tommy Victor commented, "He was part of my inner sanctum of serious musical brothers. A great funny guy and a great drummer and dad. You are loved and you will be missed." Very sad. Our wishes go out to the family, friends, and the bands, of course.
You bet. So next we have Brian James, founding member of The Damned and known as a punk rock pioneer, passed away peacefully at age 70 on March 6th.
Yeah, wow. South Korean singer Wee Sung was found dead at his home in Seoul on March 10th at age 33. As of discovering this and putting it in our notes, no cause of death was revealed yet.
See. Okay, David Westbay passed away, and over a week later on March 10th, memories of him were shared by keyboardist Patrick Moraz, who met David in 1994 while attending a Yes concert in Madison Square Garden. One of David's hobbies was drumming, yes, and he really loved Bill Bruford and Patrick Moraz's music for piano and drums.
Great album. They did two of them, and I saw the tour. So good.
I got to check that out. David went on to attend Moraz's performances over the years and offered to be admin of Patrick's Facebook page in 2014. Those duties will now go to another longtime friend, Tara Kratz.
Cool, thanks. On March 11th, rock and roll radio personality Bob Rivers passed away from complications from esophageal cancer. He was a good friend of the late, great Yes drummer Alan White, who's right back there, and whose wife Gigi posted about how Bob had always been there for them. Alan would enjoy receiving his cell phone calls even when there was a chance that he might not be on the radio, and Bob would later MC the 2022 Alan White tribute concert up there in Washington. And the day before his passing, it was said that the production for that music was being finalized for the Alan White documentary for the One Take LLC, which had been formed by Bob Gigi and Michael McMorrow. Sad to lose Bob.
Absolutely.
So this day in music, March 13th, 2006, the Kinks came out the top earners for music in TV advertisements in the U.S., earning them £6 million a year. The 60s group were enjoying a resurgence of their music, being used to sell washing powder, computers, and medicines. Led Zeppelin came in second place with £4 million, and the Rolling Stones third with £2.3 million.
Well, you go where the money is.
Yeah.
Okay. This day in 1998, Cher started a 4-week run at #1 on the U.S. singles chart with Believe. Love that video. Making the singer the oldest woman to top the Hot 100 at the age of 53. You go, girl. Yep. The song reached #1 in almost every country it charted, including Australia, Canada, Ireland, New Zealand, UK, Spain, France, Germany, and Italy. It also became the highest selling single by a solo female artist in the UK.
Wow, quite a feat. 5 years earlier, this date in 1993, excuse me, Eric Clapton started a 3-week run at #1 on the US album chart with Unplugged. Remember Unplugged, folks? Some of you old enough to know that, or maybe you have it on DVD or you've seen it on YouTube or streaming. It remains, and this blows my mind, it remains the most successful and best-selling live album ever. That's mind-blowing. Yeah, winning 2 Grammy Awards at the 35th Annual Grammy Awards in 1993. It is also Clapton's best-selling album ever, having sold 26 million copies worldwide. The fact that that beat out so many other great live albums by the band, by Led Zeppelin, by Pink Floyd, by Peter Frampton, by just so many. Wow, what a nugget that is.
See, that's
I never would have guessed.
That's a good trivia question.
Yeah.
Nobody would know. Okay. Moving on. In 1977, on this date, Iggy Pop kicked off the North American leg of the Idiot World Tour at Le Plateau Theatre. You like that? Le Plateau Theatre, Montreal, Canada, with David Bowie in the band playing keyboards and backing vocals.
That's so cool.
Blondie was the opening act on this leg of the tour.
Crazy. Can you imagine seeing David Bowie just as like a band member in someone else's?
You hang out, play tambourine in the background. Yeah.
I don't know if he ever did that other than that. This day in 1966, Pink Floyd, I just by coincidence, I'm wearing a shirt. Pink Floyd appeared at their first time at the Marquee Club in Wardour Street, London, England, of course. Also, Rod Stewart left the British blues band Steam Packet to work as a solo artist. I wonder whatever happened to him.
That name sounds familiar. Okay, this day, 1965, Eric Clapton quit the Yardbirds due to musical differences with the other band members. Clapton wanted to continue in a blues-type vein, while the rest of the band preferred the more commercial style of their first hit, For Your Love. Also, the Beatles started a 2-week run at #1 on the U.S. singles chart with 8 days a week, the group's 7th U.S. #1.
Kind of funny that ended up only being a 2-week run. I wonder what knocked it off the charts. That'd be
crazy. And with regard to Eric Clapton, he seems to be one of these guys where, like, when I hear him, I say, "Oh, that's Eric Clapton," rather than saying, "Oh, that's a blues guy," or "That's a commercial guy." He's just one of these guys. He sounds like Clapton.
Oh yeah, exactly. Clapton has Clapton down, I guess you could say.
I guess so.
All right, moving on. Drum Talk TV related stuff. With St. Patrick's Day coming up, as I mentioned earlier, we have a sale coming up on Monday the 17th, St. Patrick's Day, from 9 a.m. Pacific to 11:59 p.m. Pacific. 9 a.m. in the morning to 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. You can use our discount code DTTVB13. I'm going to put this in the chat in a moment. And that will give you a monthly subscription option so that you only pay for the 3 months for only $17 for all 3 months total. One-time payment, 17 months. You get to test drive all the fun at the end of that pot of music fan fun of gold. And I'm going to go ahead and put this in the comments real quickly. And then I'm going to show you all, or actually we're going to pull up a graphic. Steve's going to put that in the background. There we go. All right. I put that in the wrong chat. Hold on, everybody. Someone that knows what they're doing will be right with you. There we go. Okay. So that's in there. Steve's going to show the graphic, I believe, that is of the discount. That is, get ready for it. Mark it on your calendar, folks. St. Patrick's Day, in between your beers or your shepherd's pie or your corned beef, whatever you do on St. Patrick's Day. Go ahead and sign up. And then you can also be part of some other really amazing, fun stuff that we'll get into here. Jon's next.
Dan, let me jump in here and make sure, maybe I was listening wrong. I got weird ears, but I think you said the discount code the wrong way. I think you said ending in B13. And it's
I think you're right. It's 17. Yeah. It's DTTVB 317. 3 months on the 17th. And it's in the comments there. Grab that, save it, and in that window of time on St. Patrick's Day, go ahead and grab it, and you are in as a premium member. Simple as that.
Excellent.
Cool.
The day before that, on the 16th at noon, Pacific Daylight Time, Dan and Lou Calderola will be doing their show Under the Influence, with the theme being Luck of the Irish.
Yeah.
I got to catch that one.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. So Lou has already recorded his songs. I have not even selected mine. I think I've one. But here's the discount code right there, and we'll get back to Under the Influence. It's St. Patrick's Day. It's a limited time sale just that day. There's those times. PDT is Pacific Daylight Time. So that's 9 a.m. in the morning. So that would be noon Eastern Time all the way to just about almost 3 a.m. the next day if you're on Eastern Time. Those are U.S. times, but anyone can grab this at www.drumtalktvbrilliance.com. drumtalktvbrilliance.com. All you got to do is go to drumtalktvbrilliance.com. The dot is lowercase. Thanks, Steve. And going back to Under the Influence, we're honoring Irish bands, Irish artists. So I have some things in my mind I think I'm going to do. Lou has 3 great things picked out that he's already recorded. I got to get on the stick, and that'll be fun. So join us and share your Irish music influence as well. Side note, I actually produced, I wonder if I have it handy here. I don't want to take time digging for it, but I produced a Celtic CD back in, I want to say maybe 2002. And it was an Irish band called Paint a Rose, based in Tehachapi, California. And we set up a makeshift studio. I was the producer, recorded it on location. And the CD, I named the CD, it was called In Full Bloom. And they had a friend paint a beautiful cover, and it was really a great experience. There's some music we recorded that was songs that were 800 years old, very traditional stuff. Really, really great experience. Yeah. Wonderful music.
That's great. Am I up?
It's me. Okay, getting back to another one of our original series, Drumming Injury Talk with Janice Ying and myself. That's live tomorrow, Friday the 14th at noon Pacific Time. Janice is a physical therapist who works exclusively with the music industry, and not only drummers, but anybody that plays an instrument that uses their hands. I think that's every instrument. Let me think about that. Except for the foot harp. But she would work with them too, because she works with feet, ankles, all joints all over the body. Yes. What am I saying? Even ear rakes.
Nose flute.
Ear rakes from listening to lead singers blab too much. Yeah. No, just kidding. So watch for that. Janice and myself. She's great and has an amazing program where she shares her screen and she shows the anatomy of exactly the spot we might be talking about. It's really fascinating. It's great.
That's cool. I'll have to check that out. So because I have the normal things a gazillion-year-old drummer has. But recently, over the last year, I've been playing piano, and now I got, in addition,
now you got those. Well, what happens when you turn 58?
There you go. Oh, bless you, Dan. Dan, bless you. So later that same day, 6 p.m. Dan and Stephen will be celebrating Yes member Billy Sherwood's birthday by talking about another band he's been in called Circa, which has featured other Yes members and associates over the years.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. Billy's worn more hats related to the band, yes, than anybody else. He's played guitar, and yes, he's played bass. He's produced. He's mixed albums, even when he wasn't in the band. He's done so much work with them, written songs. He sings. Really a tremendous, multifaceted musician. And drums are his first instrument.
Excellent.
So there you go. Looking forward to doing that with Steven. And then this week we also interviewed drummer percussionist Greg Hersey. I conducted the first part of that interview and then had some weird techno stuff. So Steve jumped in with his unitard and cape and saved the day and finished out the interview. And I sat here and watched it on my phone live while I saw it here in our platform. It was really cool. Steve did an excellent job. And Greg, just a very, very creative drummer, percussionist, mixing everything from drumline to orchestral percussion to drum set chops and putting all this together with these weird setups. You got to check that out. You might remember the promo I showed last week where he had that weird contraptions, the bass set up like a table, and just really a creative guy, great musician. So that was a lot of fun. Great to have Greg on his first of, I'm sure, many interviews with us.
Excellent. So now I'm going to talk about Drum Tracks. Drum Tracks is offering 5-day shed camp challenges where people, even if they're already good drummers, and learn more about the core 4 techniques. Next 5-day challenge is March 17th, and people can use our referral link, which Stephen will provide. Now, access to that link, where can people see that link?
Yep, Steve's putting it in the chat.
Okay, very good.
Cool. And Steve, let's see what this is all about. Here it is.
I don't understand. Why can't I play it fast? Hold on, wait. Yo, bro, what are you working on, man? You sound frustrated. I'm trying to get better at flowing around the kit. I have the ideas in my head, but every time I go to speed it up, your left hand starts dragging behind it. Everything falls apart. Exactly. I mean, I know all my rudiments, but when I try to go faster, this limb just shuts all the way down. All right, here's the deal, man. It really has nothing to do with the rudiment that you're trying to play. It's the fact that you haven't mastered the core 4 techniques. The core 4, and that's why it all starts to fall apart when you try to speed it up. What's that? Single strokes in both hands, double strokes in both hands, singles and doubles in your right foot without a double pedal, and also linear patterns, which is basically just doing singles and doubles between your hands and feet. If you don't have these locked in, your rudiments, your solos, everything is always gonna feel shaky. So how do I fix that? There is a challenge that's been designed for drummers just like you. And the whole point of this challenge is to simplify how you practice and focus on what really matters, which is these core 4 techniques. Whoa, this is what you need to be saying to me right now. How do I join? Yo, bro, it's simple. All you gotta do is just click the link around this video and you'll be able to learn more and even sign up for the next Head Camp Challenge.
All right. That's good stuff there. Great drummers there. So if you're a real good drummer and maybe you feel you hit a glass ceiling and you want to get better, sign up for that. It's really cool. Information is in the chat. And the drum show, the Las Vegas drum show, we're honored to be part of that. We're going to be covering that. John's going to be there as one of our correspondents. Sam Sherholz is going to be there as one of our correspondents. And here's a quick video, and then I'm going to show you some drums that are going to be there. Yeah, and on the booth next to us, actually the 3 booths next to us, we're going to take up a booth and a half, and I'll tell you more about what we're going to do in that booth in a moment. Other than interviews, we have something really fun going on. And in the booth next to us, this 22-piece custom painted drum set will be set up. This is by Mark Sherholz. He's a great drummer, great journalist, great photographer, and an amazing painter of drums and guitars and cars. And it's funny, someone saw this kit that he had set up a picture of the drums, and someone said, "That's a really great wrap. It's hand painted. Check this beautiful set out." just an amazing work of art, and I love the sizes. Those aren't octobons, they're marxabons. Here comes a guitar body to match. Look at this. It's just mind-blowing. I just absolutely love that kit. And our other correspondent, I'm not ashamed to say, is a wonderful young lady. She's about 50 years younger than myself and John. And here's a sneak peek of Sam Sherholtz on the radio.
You're listening to 91.5 HD2 The Beat. It's Sam, and I've got some new music coming up now for you. This is Cry For Me by The Weeknd, only on The Beat.
Oh, she's going to be there with John, roaming the floor, doing interviews, doing stuff at our booth, and I'll be at our booth. My wife, don't worry, folks. I got my babysitter. I'll be on one of those kid leashes, I'm sure. And we're going to do a lot of stuff. Yeah, I'll show you a little peek of something else we're going to do there in a moment. But yeah, John, all yours.
Yeah, okay. We have another Drum Talk TV Brilliance game show coming up Tuesday, March 18th. 6 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern. $50 worth of prizes each round, and they're good prizes. Good prizes. Theme is 90 grunge. Stephen will post the event link in the chat.
Yeah, 90s grunge music. I'm going to show a video, and the other thing I want to mention, when you see this, folks, keep in mind that if you go to the Las Vegas Drum Show, it's only $12 to get in, and it's family friendly, even though I'm going to be there, even though John's going to be there. And but John's wife he had to bring his babysitter too. So that's the only way Rudy would let us in. Dan, you got to bring Anja. John, you got to bring Carol. Sam's good on her own.
Leash and everything, yeah.
But we're going to do a few rounds of our game show on and off in our booth, live on a big screen where your phone is the controller. And here's a promo for the one coming up on the 18th to also give you an idea what we will be doing in person. Think you know 90s grunge music trivia? Bring it!
You work hard, so come have some fun.
The next game show is 90s grunge music trivia. This is Tuesday, March 18th, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. Each winner of each round wins $50 in prizes, plus a Drum Talk TV shirt, plus a variety pack of Rejuvenation all-natural juice.
RSVP via the link in the post and come take a fun break.
Show up and turn it up and play for a chance to win. Our game shows are brought to you by Rejuvenation, all-natural, plant-based, black-owned, woman-owned, made and distributed in the USA. Amazing juice. We're going to have a few variety packs we'll be giving out as part of the prize packages at the drum show for each person that wins each of our respective rounds. And we'll be giving out some samples in little cute cups as well, so you can try it out. And yeah, excited about that. And there you go. So I hope to see some of you this Tuesday night, though, for the 90s grunge music trivia. Come on, let's see what you got, folks. Bring it, bring it, bring it. And like Ken just said on the video, we've seen people win by guessing. So win, even if you're guessing.
Exactly. All right. Music news? Music news.
No, I'm sorry. The Vinnie Paul Drumming Challenge is next. That's been going on for the month. Members of Drum Talk TV Brilliance can send in more submissions if they're a premium member, as many as they want, in fact. But if you're a free member, you can still participate and send in 2 videos. What would you rather do? Send in 8 and increase your chances, or send in 2? Join as a premium member, or be a not so innocent bystander and send in 2. We're totally cool with that. We're doing that to honor Vinnie in his birthday month here. Great metal drummer, really left a huge mark. And first, second, and third place winners win a gift certificate to their favorite music store anywhere in the world for $125, $75, and $50 respectively for each place. And we're not only looking for maybe some somewhat obvious cuts that Vinnie played on, but we'd love to see deep cuts as well. So let's check out what that's all about.
We are celebrating the birth month of iconic metal drummer Vinnie Paul with style. Want to honor Vinnie and also have the chance to win a gift certificate to one of your favorite music stores? Whether it be Pantera, Damage Plan, hell yeah, there are many tracks to choose from which you could play along to. Drum Talk TV Brilliance presents the Vinnie Paul Drumming Challenge, and the submission window is open all of March 2025 up until the 31st at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. How does it work? First, you choose your favorite track that features Vinnie Paul on drums. These can and must be play-alongs to the official recordings, and don't worry about getting muted or pulled since it'll be on our own platform. Next, you record videos of yourself playing in horizontal mode to your selection. Next up, you submit your videos in the Drum Talk TV Brilliance showcase. And don't worry, it's free. After all that, your videos will be reviewed and graded on overall performance, accuracy, technique, and sound, which are explained further on the submissions page. Here's what you can win. First, second, and third place winners can win a gift certificate to their favorite music store, as well as a free Drum Talk TV shirt. Pick from 36 designs, and first place will have the chance to be interviewed live on Drum Talk TV. Don't miss out. Join us in honoring Vinnie Paul over at drumtalktvbrilliance.com. Show us what you've got.
Absolutely. Cool. We'd love to
Excellent.
see even more participants. And I'm finishing up on the judging of the Neil Peart Challenge. We're getting that wrapped up, and I expect to be making the announcement of the winners. Dare I even say this? I'm doing my best to keep us all on schedule. Talking about herding cats, that would be easy just because we have so much work to do, not because anyone's irresponsible. But Saturday, possibly at noon Pacific, I'll be announcing that once we tie all that up in a nice knot. So yeah, music.
A lot of submissions.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm really
great.
cramming to get it done. There's a lot. We're all just kind of like, and then fighting over. Well, that's a whole other story. Anyhow,
Moving on. With
music
this past-
news.
With this past Tuesday being Vinnie Paul's birthday, there was the announcement of a new cookbook titled Drumming Up an Appetite with Vinnie Paul. This book was a long time coming, with Vinnie talking about it 10 years ago. Available to order from z2comics.com, the book commemorates the memory of Vinnie's legendary Sunday Fun Day dinners with this collection of his favorite family recipes. Opening with a foreword by comedian and friend Carrot Top, the book is broken into 3 chapters: main courses, reinventing the wheel; side dishes, far beyond kitchen; and of course, desserts, a vulgar display of flour. Cover art is by Eric Rodriguez.
Yeah, and there it is.
Nice.
Nice indeed. The napkins, the apron.
The apron.
There's Vinny.
I think
Very
I know
cool. Carrot Top.
another drummer who might be a cook. Who could that be, Dan?
I know Bill Ward is.
Ah,
And
Dan-
is. Oh, me, you mean?
the man with his own cooking show. Come on.
Yeah.
man.
I had a
That's great.
cooking show that
Mm.
ended about 20 years ago. It was on for about 3 years or so, 3 or 4 years.
Very cool.
Yeah, this is cool. I want to get that book and cook
Yeah.
some of Vinny's recipes. I just got a new grill, in fact, too.
Ooh.
So, yeah, did some hickory smoked steak last night. So,
Oh.
very
You ever
cool.
hear of beer butt chicken on the barbecue?
Yeah, I've made it.
Really?
Yeah, it's really neat. Have you made it?
Not yet. I want to, but
So you can buy the holders that
Yeah.
holds the chicken on the
Yeah.
beer can, and it hydrates it. It's so good. It's
Oh, yeah.
really good. I
excellent.
was skeptical when I tried it, but that's cool. Thanks for sharing that, Steve.
Yeah.
Big time thanks to Steven in the background, our producer, getting all these stories together and helping with the multimedia. And so next, depending on where you are and where you look, either March 1st or March 18th is the 51st anniversary of the original Rush album released in 1974, featuring, of course, the late, great John Rutsey on drums, Alex Zdzinovich, or his Americanized name, Lifeson, on guitar, and Gary Lee Weinrib, also known as Geddy Lee, on bass and vocals. And they had a huge hit with Working Man and Finding My Way, and just so much great music on that first album. And then Jon had to leave due to diabetes and wasn't recommended that he go on extensive touring schedules and stuff. So they found this lanky guy named Neil Peart, and it worked out pretty well. Actually, they did okay.
Cool. Moving on from 1974, let's talk about a band called the 1975s. Actually, never heard of them. They quietly released their live album, Still at the Very Best, on streaming after they were announced as a headliner for the Glastonbury Festival. The vinyl version, available in triple clear vinyl, has an estimated May 30th release date on their site.
Interesting. I wonder what triple clear is. I don't know what that is. There's a ton of comments here. Oh, that's a lot of our stuff going into the cool. Steve putting in all the links to all the things on if you're watching live on YouTube or Facebook, you're getting all of those. Okay, cool. That's a little quick note from Steve. Yeah, let's add the Gentle Giant thing since that's news, and I have something interesting to say about that, Steve. Okay, very cool. That's an interesting nugget that you gave us there, Jon. Ahead of the Gene Simmons Band's upcoming North American April shows, that's a mouthful, Gene Simmons has launched experiences with a capital E that people can inquire about purchasing via his website. The Gene Simmons Bass Experience allows fans to meet Gene at a designated area at the venue on the tour and take pictures and even take home a Gene Simmons bass while supplies last. That's my in parentheses voice. They can take home a Gene Simmons bass while supplies last. This experience costs $6,500 for a non-stage played instrument and $12,500, this is our US dollars, for an instrument that Simmons has previously played on stage. And the ultimate Gene Simmons experience, a package cost $12,495, allows the U.S. purchaser to become Gene Simmons' personal assistant and band roadie for the day. Only one ultimate experience will be sold for every show. That's really cool. That's neat. How cool
that's so
to work with
that's
Gene.
so interesting.
He's not only been such an amazing entrepreneur, but I hear he's one of the most humble and nicest guys to work with. Brian Tichy talked about that recently when we had Brian on the show. But I've read it in so many other news reports and things about Gene, and that's always good to hear.
Not sure if I'd want to be a band roadie for Gene.
Steve, carry him around. 30 years ago. Steve commented, I always want to get chicken whenever I see that pic. That picture of that's hilarious. Now I want chicken. Jeez.
March 17th, there'll be a pre-sale for Guns N' Roses' May 17th show in Mumbai, which will be their return to India after a 12-year absence from there. Cool.
Interesting. And on April 11th, tickets go on sale for Billy Corgan concerts, which will be 7 nights in Chicago starting November 21st, titled A Night of Melancholy and Infinite Sadness. Described as an operatic reimagining of the 30-year-old classic Smashing Pumpkins album Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness, Billy is teaming up with Lyric Opera's orchestra and chorus for this. That'll be quite a production. Wow.
Yeah. In Chicago, too.
Yeah, a lot of people to feed. Also, an extra note here. This came out today, sent to us by one of the awesome record label / PR companies that we work with. And that is a brand new reimagined mix and mastered version of Gentle Giant's classic 1977 live album, Playing the Fool. I think I have it right here. Hold on. It's on the other side of something I can't get to. Great album. This was my intro point to Gentle Giant, and it's just so good. But it's called Playing the Fool, the complete live experience. It is set to be released on May 2nd across several formats, including CD, triple vinyl, Blu-ray, and digital download in 96/24 stereo, 5.1 surround sound, and Dolby Atmos mixes. The album has been painstakingly mixed and mastered from the original source tapes by producer Dan Dan Bornmark, who has worked extensively with the band on archival projects containing new sleeve notes together with a plethora, not a little bit or even a lot or a huge amount or heaps of, but a plethora. John,
Big
show them
plethora.
how much a plethora is while I finish reading this.
This much.
Of photographs, along with a track list that reflects the original running order of the set list played on the tour, including 3 previously unreleased songs and the between song banter from frontman Derek Shulman. This represents the most accurate account of Gentle Giant live at the very peak of their prowess. And Derek Shulman gave us a sneak peek of this being in the works. Maybe it was a year ago already. Steve will correct me. Around a year or so ago. Yeah, probably a year and a half ago at this point, in our membership site for a fan Q&A session. And Derek, of course, went on to be one of the biggest record executives ever with several labels. So that was very kind of him to not only come on the show, but give us breaking exclusive news. And now the product is coming out. I can't wait to get it. It's going to be awesome. Steve's got the links in there for you to order, pre-order, extra order for someone else, yourself. Makes a great gift. Get it. If you're not familiar with it, definitely get it. You'll love it. If you don't love it, run to the ER. That's all I got to say about that. He told us during our general interview with him. Oh, okay.
Huh?
That's right. We had him twice. Yeah, forgot about that. So icebreaker. Here's my turn to do the icebreaker. Folks, we're inviting you to participate as well. Funny, I'm looking at the comments. I'll look at the camera. Folks, inviting you to participate in this icebreaker that I'm going to ask John, and then you all answer in the comments, and I will answer. Steve will probably answer. So, John, think of all the musical artists you have followed in your 133 years of music. I mean, you're 70 whatever years as a music fan. Whose stage clothes are your favorite stage clothes? Doesn't have to be a rocker. It could be folk. It could be gypsy music, whatever. It could be a conductor.
Okay, here's my answer.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, being an old fart, Tower of Power. Okay. And not really currently, but you go back, about 30 years or so, and they didn't have, there wasn't a uniform, but everybody dressed really cool. And I think the epitome was who Lenny Pickett is?
The name sounds familiar.
Lenny Pickett, he's now runs Saturday Night Live music. He's a music director.
Oh,
but he was part of Tower of Power, and a big bushy hair.
Of course.
And he wore the tuxedo. It was a custom made silk tuxedo.
Yeah.
And the lead singer wore this Indian leather vest kind of thing, And those guys, they were hip, baby. They were hip.
Awesome.
So that's my answer. Yeah.
Cool. Folks, chime in. What is your what musical artist has your favorite outfit, and what is the outfit? Mine's so easy. It's kind of a mail-in answer. It's so stereotypical, I think, because so many people that are fans of this band in any degree, this is probably their answer as well. Jimmy Page's 1975 Physical Graffiti Tour Black Dragon outfit, I think is just my favorite. When I see high resolution and video of him in that outfit, the colors just pop off the black background, and I just love it. It's great.
Oh, that is cool. That is cool.
Really, really cool stuff. So folks, chime in, give us yours. I think we may have an answer from. So Steve says it's tough for him to choose. An honorable mention, though, someone who had probably the greatest array of outfits has got to be the late, great Chris Squire of Yes. That guy had so many different wild outfits.
Oh, like the cape? Yeah.
Yeah, the different capes, the furry boots up to his knees, which were 3 feet off the ground. I mean, he was a very tall man. Rick Wakeman, you got to mention, with the capes, with the big capes, the wizard capes. I
know. Sly and the Family Stone.
Oh, yeah. Then you got the old old days of like 1973 to 75. Ian Anderson and his Renaissance outfits with the
Yeah.
tights and whatnot, all of that. Steve says Trevor Rabin's colorful outfit on the 9012 live tour stood out. That's good. I like that as well.
Yeah, good answer.
Conservatively flashy, I would say.
Yeah.
In a way. I don't know. It's my take. Very cool. Folks, thanks for joining us here on Drum Talk TV. Thanks for following what you do. If you do, if you don't, please do. Go to Drum Talk TV Brilliance.com. Check out what we're doing there. Visit us on Tuesday for the game show, 90s grunge music trivia, $50. Package price is actually more because you get the juice and you get the shirt as well. And thanks for following what we do. John, thank you for helping me out. And possibly by next Friday, the show's normally on Fridays, folks, Fridays at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. Possibly I will be replaced with the new co-host. We'll see if that's going to happen as early as Friday. We're hoping so. And thanks, folks.
Excellent. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. We appreciate it.